Hey, it's Brian Wright, Daily B 125. And what are we dealing with? We're dealing with pushback being a loser's game. Brian Wright, BrianWright732.com and fitin.com, PHITIN.com. It's a Monday morning, and I'm exhausted because it was humid and my son's eczema flared up. And literally, I was up from 2:30 in the morning till 4:30 in the morning, fell asleep for about 20 minutes, then got up and went to work. So I'm a little shot, doing the best I can on this because I do have ideas. And here's the thing. A lot of people that are in business come up with excuses as to why they can continue doing what they're doing, and they're so opposed to change. And it drives me nuts. So you have someone who has very specific challenges. And then there are other people that have come up with interesting ideas on how to defeat these challenges. And then what I get is excuses. I get pushback. Like my least favorite response to an idea is, that's really great in theory, or that's nice philosophy, but it'll never work in the real world. And I'm like, seriously, fuck you. You haven't tried it. What you're doing doesn't work. By saying everything's theory or philosophy, you're just giving yourself an excuse to sit around and complain because it's not working, and you're really just not open to do it different. What you're saying is not that you have a problem that's not working. You have a problem because you want it to work, even though it's not going to, and you're pissed that you can't force your idea to make it happen. So you need to get over your ego. You need to get over yourself. You need to get down to the reality of what business is. Business is success. Whatever it takes to create success. If that means you have to let someone else's idea create that success, great, because ultimately it's you that makes the success happen by bringing in other ideas or making yours work or whatever. As long as it works, you win. Do you get that? You don't have to win only with your stuff. You can win with whatever's going to work, and you're still winning. What's the problem here? So the losing game is the excuses. The losing game is wishing it would be different. The losing game is wishing just time didn't keep rolling forward and innovation didn't happen. Because someone says something that goes not against, but is different from the way you operate and would force you to have to change the way you operate and the way you communicate and think, doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means it's something you don't want to do if you're coming up with excuses. So the majority of businesses out there that are struggling need to change. But it's like 1% of the owners that are going to have the strength, the drive, the lack of ego, the ability to let go, that's going to allow real change to occur. The rest are going to spin their wheels until they can't, and then they're either going to retire because they're old and they can't do it. They can't do the change thing anymore, or they choose not to, or they're going to go out of business and they're going to go work for somebody else. So when change is coming, you can adapt, overcome, you can stay the course and eventually go out of business, or you can retire because you're just old as fuck and this isn't meant for you anymore. It's that simple. So complaining really is just such a loser's game. Lack of ability to allow information in is a loser's game. The inability to change, that's the inability to really maximize your success. So I know a lot of people that don't have the ability to change, and they have really big egos that get in the way of their evolution, but they still make a decent buck. But just blows my mind because for me, I'm like, you could do so much more. And the whole thing about business with doing more, it's really not a selfish thing. Like, people are like, why are you always driving forward? And I'm like, well, because I want to bring more people to the party. I want to be able to provide a decent living with a decent course of action for as many people as I possibly can. It's not about just putting as many dollars into the bank as I can. Of course, I want to maximize the amount of upside for myself. But creating a bigger upside for other people, that's the movement. That's the game. Like, happy customers, happy employees, growing company, security for not just me, but for the people I'm working with, and that satisfaction with a happy customer base. That's the game. Because money is easy. Money, there's a lot of ways you can figure out to make money that don't really do anything. But I want to make money in a way that does something. And it's just what I want. And that's okay. And for all of us, we have to look at our businesses and we have to say, what kind of life are we providing for our employees? If we have an opportunity to do business better so that we can provide a better opportunity for our employees, which is going to create a better service for our customers, why the hell are we not doing it? So if you have an ego that won't allow change, growth, positive things to occur, you're not just fucking up your bottom line. Now you're being really selfish because you're not affording your employees the opportunity to live to a better life. And you're not providing the best level of service, product, value, whatever for your customer. So your excuses are not just a losing game for yourself. They're just a straight losing game, period. And you're doing shit for yourself, for your employees, for your consumers. It just doesn't make sense. Be open to the ideas. And that thing you're saying is theory and philosophy, but you're just too afraid to grasp. You got to woman up, man up, people up, and you got to go for it. You got to correct the flow of things. And you got to realize at the time of shooting this, it's 2016. It's not 1985. So wake the fuck up, let go of your ego, do what you got to do, and provide. All right, that's my rant for the day. And I'm going to go back to it. So, Daily B is over. We're out. Hey, it's Brian Wright again. Thank you. Please like, share, comment. Let's get the conversation moving forward. And, I'm curious. Is there anything you want me to talk about? Let me know. All right. I'll talk to you soon.